The little boy could barely breathe as he ran down the dusty roadside, tears streaming down his face. His tiny shoes slapped against the pavement, while he searched desperately for anyone who would listen. Then he saw them, a group of bikers gathered outside a roadside diner. Most people avoided them because of their leather jackets, tattoos, and roaring motorcycles. But the frightened child didn't care. He rushed straight toward them crying, "Please help, they're beating my mama." The laughter around the parking lot instantly disappeared. Every biker turned toward the trembling boy. Their tough expressions softened as one of them knelt down and gently asked where his mother was. Through sobs, the child pointed toward an old abandoned house just beyond the trees. Without another word, engines roared to life. The bikers raced toward the location, the sound of dozens of motorcycles echoing through the quiet countryside. They arrived within minutes and saw exactly what the boy had described. A man was violently attacking the child's mother, while another stood nearby, preventing her from escaping. The leader of the bikers stepped forward and shouted for them to stop. Instead of backing down, the attackers mocked the bikers, believing they could intimidate them. That was a mistake. The bikers formed a wall between the frightened woman and her attackers. Their presence alone changed the entire situation. The attackers suddenly realized they were no longer dealing with helpless victims. One tried to throw a punch, but he was quickly restrained. Another attempted to run, but was surrounded before he made it more than a few steps. The woman collapsed into tears as her little boy ran into her arms. She held him tightly, unable to believe strangers had arrived just in time to save them. One biker handed her a jacket to keep her warm, while another called emergency services. Others stayed with the attackers to ensure they couldn't escape before police arrived. As they waited, the little boy looked up at the bikers with eyes full of gratitude. Moments earlier, they had seemed like the kind of people movies often portrayed as dangerous. But now they were heroes who had risked themselves to protect complete strangers. When police officers reached the scene, witnesses explained everything. The attackers were arrested and the woman received medical attention. Officers later praised the bikers for stepping in without using unnecessary violence and for preventing an even greater tragedy. News of the rescue quickly spread through the local community. Many people admitted they had judged the bikers by their appearance for years. They never expected the same men they feared would become the reason a mother and her child survived one of the darkest moments of their lives. The biker group refused to accept praise. Their leader simply said, "No child should ever have to beg strangers to save their mother. We only did what anyone should do." In the weeks that followed, the bikers continued checking on the family. They helped repair the mother's home, collected donations for food and clothing, and made sure the little boy never felt alone again. What began as a desperate cry for help turned into a lasting friendship built on kindness and courage. The little boy would never forget the thunder of motorcycle engines arriving just when all hope seemed lost. To him, those riders weren't just bikers. They were guardians who appeared when his world was falling apart. This story reminds us that true character isn't measured by appearance, clothing, or reputation. Real heroes often arrive in unexpected forms. Sometimes the people the world misunderstands are the very ones willing to stand between evil and the innocent. Courage is not about looking strong. It's about choosing to protect those who cannot protect themselves.
And on that unforgettable day,
A group of bikers proved that compassion, loyalty, and bravery are stronger than fear, leaving a lesson that the little boy, his mother, and everyone who heard their story would carry for the rest of their lives.